The Tale of Nkiru and the Enchanted Calabash. In the heart of a lush, green valley, cradled between rolling hills and a meandering river, lay the village of Umuofia. In this village, where the sun always seemed to shine brightly and the birds sang melodies that harmonized with the rustling leaves, lived a young girl named Nkiru. Her name meant, "The future is bright," but Nkiru's present was overshadowed by sorrow and hardship. Nkiru's father, Okeke, was a kind and hardworking fisherman who had remarried after the passing of Nkiru's mother. His new wife, Ozioma, brought with her 2 daughters, Adiku and Ojeki. Though Okeke had hoped for a happy and harmonious family, Ozioma's heart was filled with jealousy and malice. She saw Nkiru's beauty and gentle spirit as a threat to her own daughter's prospects and thus treated her with cruelty and disdain. From dawn till dusk, Nkiru was burdened with the hardest chores. She fetched water from the river, a journey that took hours. She swept the compound, tended to the goats, and prepared meals, often going hungry herself. Despite her harsh treatment, Nkiru's spirit remained unbroken. She was known throughout the village for her kindness and willingness to help others, even as her own life was filled with toil. One sunny morning, the village chief announced that the Grand Yam Festival was to be held in a week's time. This festival, a celebration of the yam harvest, was the most anticipated event of the year. It was said that during this festival, the chief's son, Obi, would choose his bride from among the eligible maidens of the village. The news spread like wildfire, and excitement buzzed in every household. Nkiru's stepsisters, Adiku and Ojeki, were ecstatic. They spent their days planning their outfits and imagining the admiration they would receive. Meanwhile, Ozioma gave Nkiru even more chores to ensure she would have no time to prepare for the festival. Each day, as her stepsisters preened and practiced their dance steps, Nkiru was sent to the river with a mountain of clothes to wash. As the festival day approached, Nkiru's heart grew heavier. She longed to attend the celebration, to dance and laugh with the other villagers, but she knew her stepmother would never allow it. On the morning of the festival, while Adiku and Ojeki adorned themselves in their finest attires, Ozioma handed Nkiru an enormous bundle of clothes and ordered her to the river. Nkiru obeyed, her heart aching with sorrow. At the riverbank, she washed the clothes, her tears mingling with the cool, flowing water. Suddenly, she heard a gentle voice. "Why are you crying, child?" Startled, Nkiru looked up to see an old woman standing beside her. The woman's eyes were warm and wise, and she seemed to radiate an otherworldly glow. Nkiru explained her plight, and the old woman, who was a wise spirit of the river, took pity on her. "You have a kind heart, Nkiru," she said. "Take this calabash," she continued, handing Nkiru an ordinary-looking gourd. "When you get home, pour water into it and say, 'Calabash of wonder, grant me a dress for the festival.'" Nkiru thanked the old woman profusely and hurried home with the calabash hidden under her clothes. When she arrived, her stepmother and stepsisters had already left for the festival, laughing gaily. Alone in the house, Nkiru filled the calabash with water and spoke the words the old woman had told her. To her amazement, the calabash overflowed with shimmering water, which then transformed into the most exquisite gown she had ever seen. It was adorned with intricate beads and shells, and a pair of beautiful sandals accompanied it. With trembling hands, Nkiru dressed in the gown. She marveled at her reflection in a small mirror, barely recognizing the radiant girl staring back at her. She felt as though a new light had awakened within her. With a heart full of hope, she hurried to the festival. When Nkiru arrived, the villagers gasped in admiration. Her beauty and grace were unparalleled, and she seemed to glow with an inner light. Even her stepmother and stepsisters did not recognize her. Obi, the chief's son, was instantly captivated by her elegance and the kindness that shone in her eyes. He danced with her all night, drawn to her gentle spirit. As the night wore on, Nkiru realized she needed to leave before her stepmother discovered her absence. She fled the festival, her heart pounding with a mixture of joy and fear, leaving behind one of her sandals in her haste. Obi found the sandal and vowed to find the owner of the delicate shoe, for he had never met anyone like her. The next day, Obi went from house to house, seeking the girl who fit the sandal. When he arrived at Nkiru's home, Adiku and Ojeki eagerly tried to squeeze their feet into the sandal, but it was too small. Then, Obi noticed Nkiru peeking from the kitchen and asked her to try it on. The sandal fit perfectly, as though it had been made for her. Nkiru revealed herself as the mysterious maiden from the festival. Despite her stepmother's protests and attempts to belittle her, Obi declared Nkiru his bride. The villagers, who had always admired Nkiru's kindness and resilience, cheered and celebrated. Nkiru's father, who had returned from a fishing trip, gave his blessing with tears of joy. He was proud of his daughter's strength and goodness. Nkiru and Obi were married in a grand ceremony, surrounded by the love and joy of the entire village. Nkiru became a beloved queen, known for her compassion and wisdom. She used her new position to help those in need, ensuring that no one in her village would suffer as she had. The enchanted calabash remained in Nkiru's possession, a symbol of the magic that comes from a pure heart. She often told the story of the river spirit to her children, teaching them the importance of kindness, patience, and inner beauty, and so, Nkiru's future was indeed bright, just as her name foretold. She lived happily, bringing joy and prosperity to her village. Her story was passed down through generations, a testament to the virtues of kindness and resilience, and the belief that true beauty comes from within.